Hello, this is the third series of 3 videos of the benefits to members of online community associations. So once you've discovered your association through your online community and connected with people and networked, finally what we're going to do is talk about sharing. So I'm going to open up the library here and we will have a look at how you can share websites and documents and photos in the library on your community. So as you can see here, we've got a number of subfolders to the main library folder. You could pick one of those folders or a subfolder of a folder if you wanted to put it in a particular folder, but you don't necessarily have to. You can always just add the item right here. We're at the top level of the library. You can add the item right here and you can worry about moving it later. It's easy enough to do. So as I mentioned, you can add a website here with links. You can add a photo or you can add a document. We're going to do each in turn because they're handled a little bit differently. So the first thing we want to do is add a website. So we need the website URL. So we're going to go and find a website here. I'll just open up and we'll pick say Google, just to make life easy. So you can easily pick up the URL right here at the top, copy it, and go back and pop it in here. So just take the URL, paste it right in there, and then go done, and you will it will open up. In fact, not only will it open up the site and pull off items to go into the title and the description, it'll also get a preview that you can use for the site itself. I'm just going to open up this a bit. There you go. And I'm actually not going to use any of this. I'll just delete all of that and I'll put in my description. And obviously you'd do better that. You can click on more options here and you can actually tag the thing. So if we wanted to tag it as Google, oh, Google is already there. We can just click on this, and there's Google, so we've done that. And the thing you can do at the same time, which is handy, is you can put this particular item into any one of the groups that you belong to. So I'm going to also put it in the AssociCom users group. There we go, click. I could make it private if I wanted to, so only I or my groups could see it. You probably noticed that I didn't type this correctly. So I'm just going to do that and I'm going to go done. And that's it. That's all there was. I didn't even have to actually add anything. I could have gone back later and edited the title and the description, all those kinds of things by myself. You can even go back later and change the icon. This, in fact, is blank right now, but later on it'll go and it'll put a Google icon in there by finding it. So that's adding a website. And the nice thing, of course, is once you've added a website, and if we go to this website, I'm going to delete this later, of course, but if we go to this website, you can write about it, you can ask questions about it, you can search for it based on whatever the description is that you put in here and on other items. So it's a very handy way to get information that you want to save into your association's library. So let's do add item here again, and this time we'll do a photo. Click on photo. We'll go and find some pictures. Oh, here's a West Coast Trail picture. I can use that. I click on it. It's going to load. It's loading right now. And then once it's completed loading, we'll get a little icon of the picture itself, the title of the picture, and again I can put in a description in here. I could use the options if I wanted to, as I looked at before. So, and done, and you're done. That's it. The last thing, and what people think about mostly when they think about a library, of course, is not so much putting in a website or a photo, but a document. So that's the last one we'll do here. Add item, find a document, and I'll go into documents and see what sort of a document I've got. Do I have any sort of a test document that I can use? A template perhaps. And here we go. This is an upgrade template that we use. It's going to go in, and this is as easy as it gets. You It'll take a moment. You can watch the bar as it uploads that into the library, and then it'll come up with the description. If it's a PDF document, whatever kind of document you want, it'll load it up and it'll try and find the information about the document, which makes it really nice for the item title and the description will be preloaded for you. And then you can, as you can see, there's the title. It just says it's a document. I could do the more options thing. I can type in the description, and that's it. I'm going to cancel this one. Okay, so that's how you can share by adding a document or a photo or a website into the library. And as I mentioned earlier, you can easily drop these and put them into different folders later on. The other thing you can do to share is you can share with people. So I'm going to go to people here, and the way I'm going to deal with this one is that your sharing with other people is pretty much when you show your information. So it's really nice to have a good description. You can see some people have a description and a picture and everything else. I'm going to go to mine. I can just click here to view my profile and to edit it, or I can go down to my account and click on edit, and I'll go directly to the edit. So I'm going to do that, and this is where you can share information with people. You can make things public. I'm public in all cases here, as you can see. But if I wanted to, I could make these items. For example, my email is public right now, but I've decided that I don't want it to be public anymore. I want only my connections to be able to see it, and that's the way I do that right there. Done and done. So you can share with others by sharing information about yourself. Make sure to put up your picture. It's really important. It makes the site more human, and people recognize you. Sometimes they may not remember your name, but they might remember your face. So next we'll look at groups, and sharing with groups really has to do with perhaps starting a group, joining a group. I've mentioned in previous videos about joining a group. Here I'm going to create a new group. I'll actually go through the creation process. So create a new group, look for a group image, click, and you will see that in a second it will start looking at asking me for a file is what it'll do. Choose the file, and pictures. So I want pictures of something. What do I want pictures of? Let's see if I can find myself something that's interesting, and don't want to take too much time. That's what I'm doing. Oh, there it is. AssociCom pictures. Sorry about that. And some images. What do we got? Icons. Icons will do. And people matrix. That'll do. Okay, so there we go. It's uploaded. It shows me a picture, and I'm done. Okay, done with that. So I now have a picture. And the next thing I'm going to do is call my group something, and I'm going to call it Social Capital and Associations. As you can see, I preloaded it. I'm going to do the same with my description here. I'm not a great typist, and I'll just copy that from a notepad and put it in there. And I'm going to decide it's going to be private, or sorry, public. Membership's open to anybody. I don't need to approve them, and anybody can put anything into the library. Or maybe, actually in this case, maybe I'll approve things that go in the library. Okay, now actually, change my mind. There we go, easily done and done. So now in a group. So that's as easy as it is to create a group. As you can see, there's lots of leeway that you've got about how private you want your group to be, and whether you want to approve people to join, that sort of a thing. And then once you've got your group, you are, in fact, the group administrator. And you can make announcements to the group. You can anyone can write something to the group and ask questions and create polls. But the best thing about this is that once you put it out there like that, you'll find if other people are interested, they'll join your group, and you may find out there's all sorts of people interested in whatever it is you happen to be interested in. In my case, it's social capital and associations. So that's groups. Discussions. Of course, you can share in discussions easily enough, and that's just by posting. I mean, reply to a comment that somebody's made. Here's answer a question, post a question. Obviously, usually creating a good question is almost better than having a good answer. So this is another way that you can share with people in your association and your colleagues. Finally, I'm going to go back to the home page and show you something that's quite slick and probably a little more advanced. And this allows you to share things anytime. And what you need to do is go and find this Getting Started icon. Click on the Getting Started icon, and you'll find all sorts of information about how to use the AssociCom site, including videos and all that sort of thing. That, as you can see here, starting a discussion, asking a question, etc. It's all there. And then a number of video tutorials about the library, the community, how to manage it. And finally, at the bottom here is what I was talking about. And what this is a bookmark button, and you add this to your browser, whether you use Google Chrome or Firefox, Internet Explorer, whatever it happens to be. You just show your browser bar. And I'm using Chrome right now, but I'll click on this here, and I'll show you where you can open it. This is where I show my bookmarks bar. So my bookmarks bar is this one right here, and that's when it's showing. So I don't need to click it again. And what I'm going to do is go down to here, add to AssociCom community, and I click on this, hold it, and drag up to my bookmarks bar and drop it. Now I've got this add to AssociCom in my bookmarks bar. So if I'm at some point browsing on the internet, and here I am, I'm looking up my thing on social capital, I find this analysis here, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. So all I need to do to add it to the AssociCom library is click here. And the window that we saw before opens up automatically. If you weren't logged in, you'd have to log in first, but it opens up automatically, and you can put in an icon. Let's do social capital. Well, sure enough, it's already there. And I can do a description of whatever I would like to. I could cut and paste something into there, perhaps even from this document. In fact, let's just do that. Take the first sentence, say, and copy it. And then I will just put that right in here. And done. Okay. Did I want to share it with some of my groups? We can look down here and say, yeah, I think I'll share it with the education group. And done. So when I click on done, it'll go and it says here that it's saved it right here. And I'm finished. I can go back and do whatever I was doing. And if we were to go back into the library, we'd see that that item has been put into the library. It'll go into the top level of the library, and once again, if you want to, you can move it into any other level or folder that you want to in the hierarchy later on. So that's it. That's the end of the third video. I hope that you can share with your colleagues in your association and find that you'll benefit by sharing. When you share, other people will share, and you'll find that the social capital of your association will increase over time. So thanks very much. Bye.